Hola amigos, welcome to Life for Living Well channel. Please subscribe to keep the channel going. You can also check us out by visiting our website on www.lifeforlivingwell.com. Sit down and enjoy the helpful topic for this week. Hey, hola amigos, welcome to another episode from Life on Living Well. My name is Richard and I'm welcoming you again for a new topic from Life on Living Well this week. And I will be the anchor for this week. My name is Richard. And before I dive into the topic I have for us this week, I quickly wanted to say if you like to know about what Life for Living Well does, you can check us out on our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. You can also check us out on our YouTube channel where we put all our podcasts there as a video log, and you can just type lifeforlivingwell.com on your YouTube channel angle and then we'll just show it to you. Thank you for your support since this community have gone live for over a year now and it's going up more, and thank you so much. Let's get started. The topic I have for you this week, I call it appreciation. Why did I choose this topic? Why do we need to be appreciating despite the tough time the world, individual are going through? And that's the reason why this topic is come, and then just to take our mind back to what our natural state is, because it's so overwhelming sometimes to forget that in the mix of all these tribulations there is still a tiny hope where we can also appreciate it at the same time. So let's get started. Hopefully this topic will lift you up if you're already down, and if you're already up, hopefully it will be like a flame into your existing fire. Let's get started. With that conscious decision, appreciation will have been a very difficult way of viewing an event for some people. Some kind of people will find it difficult to find appreciation in the midst of tribulations, which is very hard, impractical. But if you look into it very well, you will still find one thing that will be appreciated in that experience. The day might be full of evils, but not all the 24 hours was full of evil. There might be tiny of grace that you find, whether the smile for the stranger, the fact that you notice a fresh hair on your skin, the fact that you put on your own dress, the fact that you have a key to your own apartment, the fact you even have a place to sleep. So you see what I'm going. You can stretch it and stretch it and stretch it to a different level. But there's I met some few people that they don't actually think this well, and they focus too much on their personal problem and its temporary problem, but it took them away from other blessings they surround themselves with. The sibling that sent them the flower, they didn't notice that they constantly complain about one issue and one issue alone, because that issue have hijacked their existence completely. They don't appreciate little other things that actually keep them going. And when you challenge them that they should be grateful, that though they don't like the job, but the same job pay them to have first class travel experience, the same job pay them to do other things that they would love to do, why they're able to change the job when they can. And when you try to give them this, they shut it down. They just like to not want to do it because it makes them to take responsibility for what is happening in their mind at that moment, what's happening in their life, to make them the ownership of it, so that they have to do some work to change it. And that work is our job, no doubt about it. So it's easier to complain. So with that conscious decision, appreciation will have been a very difficult way of viewing an event for some people. And for them, this is what they would call it alien concept. They won't understand why they have to be grateful that they lost the car. They have to be grateful that they lost the house. They have to be grateful that they lost the relationship. They have to be grateful that things didn't come out the way they wanted it to be. But the same people, when they have the flashback a few months, few years later, they find themselves in the places where they didn't know that they would be, because that's not what they desire. But now they find themselves in that place, and they look back, they start realize that they're actually more better off without all those things that they raised or value too much, and they couldn't get it. So culturally and by nature, some people are not in tune with appreciation as a way of life. So some culture, they demand so much from their people. It's all about more. It's all about what you achieve. It's all about doing. So there's no state, there's no business, there's no stop and catalog of your life and be appreciative of what you already achieved or where you are or what is going on in your life right now. So they are in a constantly of pushing and competing. They don't compete with themselves. So some culture doesn't compete with themselves. They compete with their neighbor, they compete with their sibling, they compete with their family. They just keep competing and comparing. So it will be so difficult to appreciate or celebrate other people's success in an authentic way without being envious about it. So some people are not in tune with appreciation as a way of life. So it is hard to appreciate where you are, when you compare it to your aspirations and where others were. So when you always thinking, we went to school together, it's my friend, this is happening in his life, it should happen in my life. And that kind of thinking, it is impossible to become more appreciation of your own life. Because your own life is your own book. My chapter 1 might be your chapter 10. Your chapter 10 could be my chapter 20. And this is where comparing yourself with other people is a loose game that you should never do. But people do it anyway. And the purpose of this podcast this week is to refocus your attention to be appreciating. Firstly, start with yourself. Appreciating every part of yourself. I feel I have a body like so poor. I feel I have a house or car like so poor. If I have a job like this, my life will have turned like this. If I have a parent like this, I will have been like this. And it's always compare and contrast. When you get yourself lost in that kind of mindset, it is very difficult to be more appreciative of where you are. So practice appreciation is one thing that can bring more of what you want to create in your life when it's used too well. So when you have tapped into power of appreciation, you might actually able to create majority of things that you want to create in your life. Yes, it's counterproductive because it doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right to be said, thank God I didn't get that job. Well, what should I do next? Okay, maybe in that interview, some of the questions I didn't know it, or maybe overconfidence about my particular skills, And thank God that this interview exposed that. Now, let me seek for the help. Let me enroll myself, or let me seek for somebody that can help me, or let me get a book to improve my skills in this area. And then in few months' time, few weeks' time, go for another job, similar role. So this is what appreciation do to is empower you. You begin to create more things. But if you come back for that interview and you say, oh, they didn't like my face, or oh, they didn't know what they are doing, at the end you are complaining. And because you are complaining and blaming and complaining and blaming, you taking power away from yourself. So the power of appreciation is empower you. It's a positive energy that raises your vibration, that allow you to open the door that's already locked against you. And people don't get it, but this is so true. It's also the law of the universe or law of nature, that what you appreciate is increasing values. So you attract more positive things into your life. When you spend time with individuals that appreciate all experiences, you not only feel good with yourself, but your aura will embrace their sunshine. So through appreciation, there have been many positive outcomes for individuals in the area of mindset, confidence, relationship, and even becoming a better person. So, and you can say that when you embrace appreciation in your life, there's so many other areas of your life that will improve at the same time. Just try it for 6 months, try it for 3 months, try it for 1 year. Even the fact that you wake up in the morning is not entitlement, but the fact that you are here is enough to say thank you. But what most of us do is you wake up, the problem you have when you went to bed is still there. And it is impossible to be appreciating of what is happening to you right now, because your mind is still hijacked about the thing that you don't want in your life. So, in what I'm trying to say is, many times there's a kind of people that have a lot of impact in my life is the people that are very grateful and appreciative of every experiences in their life. When you spend time with these people, you might forget that they don't have a problem. A friend of mine once told me one day, all the time we go out, we go to restaurants, we go hiking, we go walking. She always talks about many problems she has. She has a problem at work, she has a problem with family, she has a problem with relationship, she has a problem with friends, and always one at the other. And at the end of the time, he always look like she is the hero, and she's been good, she's a good person, and everybody don't appreciate what she brought to the table. So I said to her, be appreciative. And she said, no, there's nothing to be appreciative about because I deserve it. And this is where the frustration comes, because when you already think like is everything that happens, it has to be good, you have to be entitled to it. You forget to appreciate these people that actually come to your life. You might actually take them for granted. You might actually use them. You might actually exploit them. You might actually manipulating them because you feel entitled to them. So being appreciative will open more doors for us because it will empower us to take actions on things that we can control, not accepting or giving up or become apathy on it. No. It's actually empower you. If you do it genuinely and authentically, it empower you to make the change that you have to do. Okay. No matter what you are going through, you will be surprised how people that appreciate handling setbacks. How do they do this? By focusing on their immediate environment, which includes all experiences, whether the experience is pleasant or the experience is unpleasant. So they appreciate everything. They give thanks to it. Because when they give thanks to the unpleasant emotions or experience, they want to learn from it. So mostly these people that appreciate it, they're actually they are student at heart. Their heart is open, curious to want to learn. So they are able to appreciate the smallest things, such as the smell of a coffee, freedom to walk, to take money out from the ATM machine, and to even dress yourself in most cases. Even if somebody even dressed for you, you still have to be appreciated because you're still here. So no matter what you're going through, no matter where you are, no matter what happened to you, if you have the opportunity, there's always one person that also going through similar thing or worse than you. But your attitude is what you control. So be appreciative of it. There's a wise book says, in everything, give thanks. It doesn't say in all good things, give thanks. But what most people do in our brain, we divide what is good, what is bad, and we only attract to what is good only. But sometimes these things are twins. They are interwoven. There's no day without night. There's no night without day. And some of our crops will not grow without nights. And some of our crops will die without day because they need sunlight. And these things are interwoven. So there's no one or two. They're just one and the uniform. So sometimes when you find yourself in the mix of storms, it's really difficult to tell somebody going to storm that it's going to be okay. But in actual sense, it's still going to be fine. You might be where you don't want to be. It might be where you're supposed to be. But you are not ready for that because your end goal is attached to what you want. So because you don't know a lot of things, become an appreciative person. Be thankful for it. And this is the essence of spirituality in truth. That there's so many things that you cannot explain. And even if you know a lot, you will know nothing. Socrates says that I know nothing. That's a wisdom. And if you think that you know a lot, but I can guarantee you that you know nothing. Because all the collective knowledge that you collect it from limited experience. If you know everything about car, it's still limited. It doesn't tell you how to fly. If you know everything about calamity, it doesn't tell you when it's going to end. So this is what I say, all knowledge are limited. So, and because of that, begin to embrace appreciation into your life, because in this world, you will experience up and down. You will even experience load of tribulations. And the way around all those tribulations is not to run away from it, because some of the time you cannot run away from it. It will just fall on your lap. But becoming more appreciation, becoming more grateful, becoming more thankful, even to the little people around you. Look around you and learn to integrate appreciation of people that matter in your life. Send them love through your affection and prayers if you cannot see them or they are no longer here. Develop a habit of telling people thank you whenever they help you, either in a small or big way. So we're coming toward to the end, but before I bring this podcast to the end this week, it is important that I wanted to mention 3 or 4 benefits of being appreciative of everything, for everything. And this was extracted from the article written by David Stewart and Todd Nordstrom in Forbes in 2017 about the benefit of appreciation. And I just want to quickly mention 4 out of the list of 10 or 8 that they put down on the articles. And I think this is really good. So, number 1, your mindset will change. So you'll begin to see a shift in taking action to change your situation with a positive action. Because when you become more appreciative of what happened to you, whether good or bad, one thing will happen. Your heart will be open to wanting to know why and how. And when you know, people that know why, they don't ask how anymore. how it happened to them. They wanted to figure out whether it's something that they can change so it doesn't happen again. So this is where appreciation will do. But if you spend your time to see yourself as a victim and complaining and sad about it and all those things, it is impossible to change it. You will always be the victim, absorb it in a way that you cannot influence it. So number 2, it will improve your mood. Yeah, no doubt about it. If you're going to live in this world longer or become adult, you will experience a lot of setbacks. And when those setbacks comes, the fastest or the best medication that I've known that you can use is to embrace appreciation into your life. Because without it, the tribulation and the challenges that you face, it could affect your mental health easily. But becoming an appreciation of it, that it doesn't mean that you will feel right straight away. It just means that it will improve your mood. It will put a sunshine to it. It will allow you to see the bigger picture. Because there's so multiple views of few things, but if you allow your emotion to just view it a certain way that you wanted to view it based on your limited beliefs, it's going to create a lot of havoc for your life. But when you now begin to bring appreciation to your life, something will change. It will less trigger your anxiety and worries. As you have learned to appreciate all experiences, you're no longer just attached to positive experience only. You're not just attached to, I just want my friend only. Because what happens if your friend is no longer here or he cannot be with you as you want? And you appreciate the time you've been with that person. If you appreciate what you're able to share with that person when you have that opportunity together, that will open the door for more people that will give you the similar experience or even higher than your current friend that you are losing faith on. So this is what appreciation comes. But if you just focus that, we used to do this, guys, we used to do, and we can't do it anymore, what's going to happen to you? You begin to worry a lot. Because you begin to thinking too much about the future. And that future, you don't have it. The only thing you have is right now. But you don't really appreciate what it is that you like with that person that you have shared with them. That energy doesn't mean that it belongs to that person alone. More things can come to your life, and the more you appreciate it, the more you connect to it. So, number 3, ability to innovate and improve. You take ownership of your life and you open to change and try a new thing. And the last point that I extracted from the article is you build trust in relationships. So the quality of your relationship improves tremendously. So when you begin to appreciate, even people that are around you will begin to feel much better about themselves. Because as a human being, service to others, it has an element of healing to you that give the service and to them that receive it. So to bring the whole thing to the end, if you haven't developed this habit in your life already, you are now encouraged creating this habit in your life and seeing it compound interest in other areas of your life. You can start right when you wake up. Imagine how many people that do not have this opportunity today. Being appreciative as a way of life will improve the quality of your life. And this is backed up with positive psychology studies. So I will implore you this week. Set a challenge to yourself to be appreciate everything around you. Appreciate yourself as well. Your pet, your friend, your family, even your job, even your difficult boss. Appreciate, because that will create a pathway for you that you will take. So I hope that you can set this challenge. And if you have any question, you can write to me directly at richard.anthony@lifeforlivingware.com, or you can just send your email to hello@lifeforlivingware.com. So I hope you have an amazing week and stay safe. Ciao. From everyone here, from Life for Living Well, we say hasta luego, amigos. Thank you for your time this week. May your rest of the week be safe and loving. Please subscribe to our channel to keep it going. And you can find more information on our website by visiting www.lifeforlivingwell.com. Goodbye.